In the world of data formats, we've had a reigning, undisputed champion for a long, long time. JSON. I mean, it's everywhere, it's super reliable, it's pretty much the standard. But, in the other corner, a brand new challenger has just stepped into the ring, one that was born and bred for the age of AI. So, welcome to the showdown, JSON versus TOON. Okay, let's just dive right into the deep end with a huge question. What if the very way you structure your data could literally chop your AI bills in half and speed everything up? Well, that's the promise we're going to explore today, and it all boils down to this one little thing called a token.
So, to really get why we even need a new format in the first place, we've got to take a quick look back. You see, data formats aren't just set in stone forever. They evolve. And each new one pops up to solve a really specific challenge of its time.
What's so cool about this slide is that it really tells a story. You know, we started with super simple INI files for basic software settings. But then, the web exploded, and we needed way more structure, which gave us XML. Powerful, sure, but kind of a beast. For faster, slicker apps, JSON stepped in and became the lightweight champ. And for clean, human-friendly configs, YAML took the stage. You see the pattern, right? Every single step was a direct answer to a new problem.
And that brings us to, well, right now. Large language models, LLMs, have thrown a completely new challenge into the mix, a challenge that none of these older formats were ever designed to handle. We have officially entered the era of the token.
So, here's the absolute game changer. With LLMs, you're often paying based on the number of tokens you use, and a token can be a word or just part of a word, or even a single comma or a bracket. All of a sudden, every single character has a literal price tag on it.
And this quote right here, it just nails the new reality. The whole idea is simple. In LLM-driven workflows, verbosity equals cost. In the old days, a few extra characters here and there, no big deal. But in this new world of AI, that same fluff directly hits your wallet and slows your whole system down.
So, this new metric becomes absolutely critical. Token efficiency. The goal isn't just about making it readable for humans or easy for machines to parse anymore. Now, it's all about sending the exact same information with the absolute minimum number of tokens possible. And that is the frontier that gave birth to TOON.
All right, it's time for the main event. In this corner, we have JSON, the universal standard, the one we all know. And in the other corner, we have TOON, a lean contender built from the ground up for token efficiency. Let's break them down.
First up, the champ, JSON. We all use it, right? It's the language of web APIs for a good reason. It's readable and it just works everywhere. But its biggest strength, how explicit and descriptive it is also its biggest weakness in this new AI context. All those repeating keys and symbols, they really start to add up.
And you can really see the hidden cost of JSON right here. Just think about a list of users. For every single user, you're typing out the keys ID, name, role, again and again and again. You're also throwing in curly braces, quotes, and commas for every single entry. Each one of those is another token you're paying for, adding to the total bill.
And now, let's look at the challenger, TOON, which stands for Token-Oriented Object Notation. I mean, its whole purpose is right there in the name. It was designed with one main goal in mind: be as compact and token efficient as humanly possible for language models.
Now, look at this. This is the TOON approach with the exact same data. The difference is just, whoa, it's night and day. The keys, ID, name, role, are only defined once, right at the top, kind of like headers in a spreadsheet. All the extra symbols are just gone. What's left is pure, essential information, all neat and tidy.
So how does TOON pull this off? Well, on the left, you've got JSON, with its sea of symbols and repeated keys, and on the right, you have TOON. It just uses clean indentation for structure and defines the keys one time, like column headers. The result is just cleaner. There's so much less noise.
Okay, but talk is cheap, right? Does it actually work? Let's look at the hard numbers for that user list we just saw. In this example, the JSON version works out to about 180 tokens. The TOON version? Just 85. That's a saving of over 50%.
And that number right there, that's the whole story. 53% fewer tokens. And that directly means lower API bills and faster response times from your AI model. When you're working at scale, that is a massive, game-changing advantage.
So you're probably thinking, great, do I have to throw out JSON and rewrite everything in TOON now? And the answer is Absolutely not. This isn't about one format winning and the other one losing. It's about having the right tool for the right job.
Look, JSON is still the undisputed king for most of the stuff we do every day. If you're building a standard web API, or you needed to work with everything under the sun, or you just want to use the massive ecosystem of tools that are already out there, JSON is still your guy. Its familiarity is a huge, huge asset.
But the second you start communicating directly with an LLM, and the second token cost becomes your top priority, that's where TOON really shines. If you're sending huge, repetitive chunks of data to an AI, TOON was literally built from the ground up to give you an edge.
And this all leaves us to what the future is going to look like. And it's not a future where one format knocks the other one out. It's a hybrid future, where a smart developer knows exactly which tool to pull out of the toolbox for whatever task is at hand. I think this is the perfect way to think about it. JSON is the universal workhorse. It's like the reliable pickup truck of data formats that can handle pretty much any job you throw at it. XToon? That's the specialized race car, precision engineered for one thing, winning on the high-speed track of the LLM era.
Yeah, this quote just drives the whole point home. You might use JSON for all your public APIs, but then, right before you send that data to your AI model, you convert it to TOON to save a ton of money. The key really is just knowing when to choose which one.
And so that kind of leaves us with one last question to chew on. As AI gets baked into pretty much everything we build, we really have to start asking ourselves, is the way we've always structured our data starting to hold us back? Is your data ready for the AI era?